A few months ago, I went on a trip to Brazil featuring 4 flights with LATAM, 2 international and 2 domestic segments. In today's video, I'll be focusing on the 2 international flights. Both short-haul flights, first between Buenos Aires Ezeiza and Sao Paulo Guarulhos in one of LATAM Argentina's A320s, and then the return flight from Sao Paulo to Buenos Aires on another A320, this time operated by LATAM Brasil. At the same time, this video can turn into a comparison between the 2 subsidiaries. Let's begin by the boarding process, which in both flights was done with groups, as it is normal with LATAM. In both cases, boarding started some minutes late, but both flights left either right on time or even some minutes early in the case of the return flight, so punctuality was really good. The boarding process was quite organized, maybe a little bit slow, but nothing to complain. The hard product was something that was different between the 2 carriers. Even though the features were almost the same, pretty basic in both of them, and the legroom wasn't great on any of them either, the seats themselves were different. I found LATAM Argentina on my flight out of Buenos Aires to have the more comfortable seat, even though both of them looked quite dated. One fact is that in both flights, as I was traveling with my family, we booked window and aisle seats, leaving the middle seat empty. In the outbound flight, it remained empty. However, in the return flight, it didn't, because it was extremely full, so our plan failed. The catering service, or the soft product, was, I'd say, the same in both. Both flights had a sweet and a salty option, which were the same, a muffin or a sandwich. I went in both cases for the muffin, which was not exactly the same on both of the 2 flights, but the concept doesn't change among the subsidiaries. Of course, both services were accompanied by a drink of your choice as well, even though there weren't many choices for that. Keep in mind that both flights were during the afternoon. Something that I thought would be pretty good is that LATAM offers entertainment via their mobile app, LATAM Play. The 2 aircraft that operated these 2 international flights were equipped with the Wi-Fi signal that let the app work. However, I found the selection to be really bad. I couldn't find a good music album, for example. The amount, though, was pretty good. The only feature that I found decent was the moving map, and I could find an interesting TV documentary about the Australian Open, which I watched during my first flight, as some of you may know that tennis is another of my passions. So that's pretty much it. As you can see, the concept seems to be pretty consistent in all of their international short-haul routes, even though depending on the aircraft and which one of the carriers is operating the flight, the seats may be different. All in all, both were smooth flights, with nothing great to highlight, but decent after all. Hope you have enjoyed this video, that you found it useful. Subscribe if you don't want to miss more of this content nor any of the aviation videos, including trip reports that are coming soon, and check the channel for older content. On to the next one.